I'm going to give you two scenarios. We got Jerry, we got Jackie. Jerry wakes up at 6:30 every single day. No, he actually wakes up at 5:30. He's just that excited to live. He wakes up at 5:30. He does his prayer, his meditation. He's just ready to go. He goes for his run. He works out. He eats his nutritious breakfast. He starts working on his business. He can't stop. His face hurts from smiling because he's just so happy to be alive. He goes and he teaches, whatever he does. Jerry's a busy man, but he just loves life. Okay, he's eating good food. He's taking care of himself. He's just vibing. He's the it girl.
He's the it boy.
And then, his nighttime routine, he's a set night routine. He kisses his wife goodnight. He prays. He showers the kids. Thank you, God, for
Jerry.
No, thank you, God, for another day. He's just so happy to live, okay? Good night.
Thank you, God, for Jerry. More people need to be like Jerry.
And then there's Jackie. Jackie didn't set an alarm last night. She wakes up when her body wakes up. And then she pretty much sets another alarm to go back to sleep. And again and again. By 11:30, Jackie's like, I should roll out of bed. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, she slept through work. So Jackie's just having a hard time in life. She slept through work. She's like running around. She's eating her Cocoa Puffs. She's like, I gotta get to work. Like, the boss is gonna fire me. She goes to work. She hates her job. She hates her life. She comes home. She turns on the TV. She binges Love Island all night. And then she eats Cocoa Puffs again. And she goes to bed feeling like a slug. Now, I want to ask you, reflecting on your reality, which one do you resonate with more? And are you happy with your reality?
And if you aren't even sure what your reality is, because I feel like maybe Jackie is doing that because she's lost. Because she's like, what am I doing with my life? The only thing she looks forward to is Love Island. The only thing she looks forward to is the Cocoa Puffs. But in reality, y'all, we know that is not a fulfilling life. Like, that life, although it has a lot of quick fixes, that is not fulfilling. So we want to talk to you guys about today is how to get clear on the life that you want to live. For Jerry, for example, he knows what he wants to do with his life. That's why he's excited to wake up, because he has a plan, he has a purpose, and he has a vision. But if we are sitting around moping and not having a vision, our life, how could it be fulfilling? We are just aimlessly wandering around like lost sheep.
Just trying to survive.
Just trying to chase the next high. And we both know that is not sustainable.
Yes, I should have mentioned that Jackie was smoking 12 blunts before she went to bed just to feel something. Actually, before and after work.
Yeah, and, we're going to give y'all some practical tips in this episode, but I also do want to emphasize, like, you're here on this earth. God gave you a vision for your life. Like, you're not just aimlessly walking around. And I hope that by the end of this episode, you can leave with maybe not the answer to what your life's purpose is, but more clarity on how to find out. Because God gives us each our own individual gifts, our own individual talents, our own individual desires, that you don't need to look like Jackie. That you don't need to look like Jackie. And we've been Jackies before. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've always been a little bit type A where I've had structure, but in college I definitely lost that in the beginning, drinking all the time, smoking, not having vision for my life.
Yeah, constantly being like, I don't know my purpose. Yeah. I always say that. I don't know what I'm meant to be here.
Doing whatever you want. Like, that's not fulfilling. Like, you think in the moment that it is, but it's not. So let's get clear on what our purpose and our vision for this life looks like. And yeah, what do you say about that? What are some tools they can do?
So something that changed my life, I can't even give credit to. I don't know who they were, but what you have to do is you have to sit down with a pen and paper and you have to write a day in your dream life. And this is why you hear nowadays act delusional, blah, blah, blah. And it's true. Like, you can't let your norm, what's going on in your everyday life, dictate what you're going to write down on this piece of paper. You need to just pretend like there's no limitations. Like, God said to you, if you were to wake up tomorrow and do it your way with no limitations, don't think of money, don't think of location, don't think of parents, friends, anyone, what would your dream day look like? And I've done this. I've written it from the second I woke up to the second I went to bed. It was like 2 pages long. I went so in detail to how many blocks I walked to the gym and what I made to breakfast. And I'm telling you, as I was writing it, I was like, this is like exciting. Your brain doesn't know the difference when you're imagining something so vividly. It almost starts to like, you forget where you are. Okay. And then on the next sheet of paper,
And
you're
then
going
when
to
you come
write,
back to reality, it's like, oh,
you're like, oh,
I'm
wait,
still
I'm in my
here.
dad's basement. And then on the second sheet of paper, you're going to write a day in your current reality. You're going to write, and be honest with yourself. You're going to write, oh, I do snooze the alarm 12 times and I don't take care of my body and I am constantly walking around angry. I go to a job I hate. And then you're going to look at the two papers and, this could be in the future. Like for me, what I was writing in my dream reality, again, this was like me living out my like fitness influencer era. I'm not there right now. I'm
I mean, you are.
Yes, but it was
That's
more
a whole
like
different
with brand
conversation.
deals and stuff.
Yeah,
I
like what you think makes that goal be completed, like
yes,
whatever.
if, whether you want to be a fashion designer in New York, like do a day in that life of that fashion designer, that other reality, and then you're gonna look at the two papers and you are going to almost like circle or write down like what would need to change for that to be that. Something as simple as in your dream reality, you wake up when the sun rises and go for a run. And again, you write this. Like I don't care if you never ran before, just write what you want. And then your current reality, you wake up at 10 and you never run. Okay, what would need to change? You would need to simply set your alarm earlier and put on your running shoes.
Yeah.
So you need to go through and truly just diagnose, I don't know if that's the right word, but what would
Yeah.
need to change.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing about this is like you can change. Like you literally can change.
Oh, yes, I wanted to bring up Romans chapter 12, verse 2. It literally says, "Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind."
Yeah.
It talks so much in the Bible about how much power our mind has.
Yeah.
And nowadays, they're really coming out with so many studies about how our brain truly reflects our outer world. So this is not like woo woo. It's
not
true.
new. Yeah, it's not new. And to bounce off, I also have some scripture that really just shows too like the evidence of living a life with God. And we'll have other episodes where we dive into this for like newer people in their faith, but seriously, like this book, y'all, powerful. But again, going back to that's great, Gabriella, if they have this dream reality they want to write down. But again, what if these people genuinely not to call you guys as people, like I love you, you're great. You're not these people, but like people in the world. There's a lot of us that do like literally don't know what the dream reality would be. And I can relate because I've been in that place where it's like I just want to know an answer. Like, God, what do you want me to do with my life? What am I here for? And I love this verse. It's Proverbs 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. And that's the crazy thing about just like simply asking God, show me the path. You guys, He will reveal in your life the next thing, whether it be through a feeling, whether it be through a person giving you an opportunity. And that's why a big part of this podcast is going to be entangled with God, because we don't know how we would live our lives without Him. We would be directionless. And yes, you can choose your own reality, but is it to the highest will of your life? Like, God has this vision for you that is the ultimate highest path for your life. Like, He only wants you to be abundant. He only wants you to be like the most successful version of yourself. So if you chose your own reality, I'm sure you would have a great life still, or maybe not, but that might not be the highest reality that you could possibly live on this earth in this one body that we have. So seek Him, ask Him day after day, and then one day you'll look at your life and be like, whoa, I just got my first step. Like, whoa, I just got this idea that I'm not shaking off, because that's from God. That is your next step.
Can I say?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people think that they can just ask God for something. They ask God to pay off their car. They're struggling with money and they need $10,000 to pay off their car. They say, God, please give me $10,000. And then they don't do anything. And they expect this money to show up at their doorstep. I feel like what people don't understand, and what took me a while to understand, was that we are co-creators with God. And, even Matthew 21:22 says, whatever you ask for in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. And I love that Bible verse, of course, but I think it should say, not I think it should say, but I think the message behind it is also, if you have faith, and just take 1% action.
Yes.
Because I've noticed that God is more inclined to meet you halfway. You know, I struggle with a lot of questions like, well, if God wants to see us abundant, why are there homeless people? You know, and I don't have that answer, but I believe that if people ask Him and pray for these things and are taking action, like divine action, what's it called? Like divine.
Intervention? Wait.
No, it's just like aligned
Consolation?
action.
Yeah.
When you feel
That's what
something,
you're
you
talking
do
about.
it, and you have to work with Him. You know, of course, He's gonna be there and He's gonna help you, but just work with Him. Take that one step. I promise you, miracles are gonna unfold. And it's like 1%, and then God's like 99%.
Yes. And I also have another one too to back all this up. Psalm 119, verse 105. It says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." Now, I'm not a theologian, so I don't know if I want to dissect this accurately, but I'll tell you the message that I get from this is A, your word is a lamp to my feet. A lamp to your feet only shows you where you're stepping. A lamp is not that bright. It's only showing you your next step. And that is the God that we serve. That is the God that is our Father, is the God that does not reveal it all at once. Because why would he? Like, why would we wouldn't have to use faith. We wouldn't have to have faith. We wouldn't need to seek him if we just knew what our destiny was. So A, he makes it very clear that he only does show us the next step. But two, your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. I'm sure you could testify about this as well, but since I've started really heavily reading my Bible, my visions have been more clear. My destiny has been more clear. It's almost like when you open this book, he just starts revealing more to you about your life. Like, this book is magical, it's powerful, and even if you're not so structured, like taking notes every single day, there's something in just opening it every single day that has been guiding my life. So, your word and talking to him is a lamp to my feet. Just simply opening this will give you direction in your life.
Honestly, like, even if this is the first time you've ever opened the Bible, just see what happens because it really does give you direction. It's like magic. If you've never
Yeah.
seen a vision for yourself, you'll maybe, for me, we talk about this a lot of my visions come in the middle of the night. I wake up to pee a lot and I'll have like an idea of a TikTok I want to make because I do social media, and every single idea he's put into my head has actually gone somewhere.
Yeah.
It's so strange.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
But going back to where your vision is, I know that you talked about what do you like doing, but I think a lot of people daydream. I think a lot of people at least know somewhat what they like, even if it's video games. Like, do you want to be a video game creator? So have this delusional reality. And okay, as kids, parents and people, older people say, just believe in yourself. Why is that the realest thing I've ever heard in my entire life?
Just believe in yourself.
All you have to do is believe in yourself. The way
And believe that God could do it.
Yeah, what's that quote? It's like, it was actually on a fortune cookie, but it was like the only way you can fail is if you give up. Okay, and so I wanted to talk really quick about affirmations and how they do work. Again, I would love one day to have a neuroscientist on and really break down why standing in the mirror and telling yourself that you're amazing, that you're smart, that you're a designer, or an actor, or whatever it is you want, why it actually works.
Yeah, like the actual neurology behind it, yeah.
And I think I'm sorry, I'm reading my notes. I was saying that I think that when you write out your dream, you can get very clear on the actions it is that you need to take. And that's why we emphasize so much on getting clear of what. That's why I asked you to write basically every hour of a day in your dream life, because you can ask somebody on the street. I almost want to do this. Be like, what's your goal? Yeah, and I swear it's sad, but like 99% of people would be.
Oh my
you know what?
Can we please do this?
Yes, but we can talk about that later. But I've met a lot of people that literally say that they don't even know what to do for fun. I was talking to a pilot. I'm a flight attendant, and he was saying like all he doesn't know what to do in his free time. And we can edit that part out. It wasn't the pilot. There's so many people that do that, but
the people like the real.
yeah, but it was also like, people in college. Like, there
No,
are so
you're
many people out there
fine.
that don't know what they like to do for
They
fun.
agree. They know people in their life that maybe they're like, we all know
Yeah.
people. A lot of people are lost. Like, even me, I've been recently regaining control of my life and having hobbies, but I was so work oriented, I didn't know.
Yeah, honestly, I only feel like I have one hobby. So, but that one hobby is pretty much my everything,
I guess
working
I
out.
shouldn't do that.
But I think that's why it's so good to, like, sit and force yourself.
Yeah.
Not even like in one 30-minute session. Just be more open to what you like to do. Try new things.
Yes.
And then, when you figure out what actions you need to take to get to that desired reality, you need to have faith. And just, I'm a big believer on get 1% better every single day. Just dream big. I don't want to like shake your head. You can have what it is that you've constantly been dreaming about.
Yeah.
You need to take baby steps, but you can have it.
Yes. And like another thing too with affirmations, like a prayer that I've been praying in my life all the time now, every day. The smoke is probably going to be blocking out the camera, but is like literally, God, whatever is meant for me, let it be in my life. Bring it to me as quickly as possible. And whatever is not meant to be in my life,
I think you should start talking now.
no, dude, I want this to be so like real. Like
Can you
not
hold this part
kidding.
out at least?
No.
Oh my god.
Guys, I used to edit my videos so much, but a prayer that I've had for this podcast too is to be so like authentic. Like I'm so done with all the filtered, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, but something that I've been praying is like, God, whatever is meant for me, please let it be, and whatever is not meant to be my life right now, please like take it away as quickly as possible. And that, if you pray that every day, I swear, He will keep you in line with His plans. Like He will keep you. He will bring people out. He will cast things. He'll bring in the abundance. Like, so that's why too. Like with you, what you were saying. Like, if you are having these dreams, come before God to make sure that this is like the highest plan for you. Because we don't want you to go through any other path unless it is the ultimate best plan for you. And before you say that, because we do have to wrap up in about 10 minutes, I do want to. We're going to church. We're excited. But get bored. I think that because we're so distracted, just our generation, our culture, like we don't have time to be bored and to really like ponder like what would I do if I had a whole day on an island and I had this pirate come and say, I will give you, 5 things that you want to do on this island. What would you say? No, like, my phone. No. You can't have any electronics, babe. Gabe's my boyfriend. He would be like video games, like sorry. He'd be like TV, sorry.
Yeah.
He'd be like my phone, like sorry. Gotta get some hobbies. Well, he also does other things, but I'm just trying to prove a point here. Get bored. I get like alone and seriously test this. Like, and I'm gonna take my own advice, you guys. Like, there's a day like on the weekend I will literally do this with you guys. Like, let's turn our phones off for just a few hours. I'm not even asking us to do it for a day. And just see where your heart is drawn. Do you feel like I like painting? I would probably go to painting. I'd probably go on a walk. Like, what are you going to do when you don't have all of these easy fixes,
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of times, sometimes, we can go back and even ask our parents or people that were with us when we were younger, what did we like to do when we were younger? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times those hobbies and our likes got very washed away when trauma or drama or electronics hit and reached our life. But we have to remember that we are all souls and pretty much inner children, and that we do have desires. Like, don't think even... I have this one friend, and she was telling me that she doesn't like doing anything but baking. And I'm like, but that's amazing. Why don't... And then, of course, I saw it as like, dude, like, open up your bake shop. Like, I go pretty much really far. But why not?
Open up a bakery.
Why not? But seriously, like, why not?
Unless
like,
she
start
doesn't want
saving.
to be the business person. Does she want it? Oh, whatever.
But you can make an Instagram account and start posting your cute, like, cupcakes. There's just... I'm a big Capricorn. I think I find any way to make money. So she could just bake and, sit still and look pretty. But, of course, I found a way to make it a business. Yeah. But she said, that's okay to have one thing that you're really good at. But dive into that, because she said that she likes baking, but she doesn't do it. And I don't know, it's just we all like something. I
Yeah.
promise you. Even if you like food, like go and try different food trucks. Like
Right.
do something. Do something.
Do something, y'all. Do something. And also have the peace to know that you're not gonna figure it all out by tomorrow. Like that's one thing too. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because we want to know. We want to know our life's purpose, like we do. But even after this episode, and you really get moved, you want to you're inspired by this. Don't get frustrated if by tomorrow you don't figure out all your hobbies. Like it's gonna take time. Again, keep going to God. He will reveal the next step in your life. And like you said, like, because when we were planning for this episode, I'm not even gonna lie, I was like, well, what if like they don't know what they want to do? Like, no, we're all humans. I don't have to baby step you guys into figuring out what you want to do. Like, you like something, just start doing more of what you like. Like, it's so crazy because that makes so much sense. Like, if you say it on paper, do more of what you like. But why is it hard to do what you like? Like, I have to seriously, like, I've been wanting to paint for months, and I just haven't because I just haven't made the time to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like our friends last night were saying, you need to carve out time on your calendar.
Yeah.
And really quick, I do want to say that if you feel motivated now and then don't feel motivated in about 2 hours, that's normal. But doing this practice is a choice.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't want to visualize. There's a lot of times I don't want to visualize, actually. And even though when I visualize, I feel like so cool when I come out of it and I feel like I can conquer the world.
Yeah.
It is a choice to live this reality. And I think that's why so many people are looped up into living Jackie's life. Is that her name? Jackie's life, because, well, that's a whole nother thing, but they're addicted to the pain. But it is a choice. But I promise you, once you get that momentum and that ball rolling and you see the changes that God starts making in your life when you believe in Him and you get clear, write the vision, make it plain.
It literally says in the Bible, write the vision and make it plain or the people will perish. Like, if there's no vision, you're going to perish. There's no direction in your life. But
yeah.
You guys, I hope that we encouraged you. I feel like I'm encouraged.
I'm ready to go write down another day in my life.
I'm going to do that. I have not done that in like months.
It's so fun,
It is crazy because our life is always pivoting. So keeping up with where you feel called to do and keep, visualizing your new realities. I feel like there's so much power in visualization. Speakers do it, famous athletes do it, professional athletes do it. Like, there's so much power. Yeah, actually, funny little story. I don't know if you guys know the basketball game Around the World, but basically you are with a group of people and you each throw a shot from each point of the key, and whoever makes it around the fastest wins. I've visualized, 'cause I'm very competitive with my boyfriend, I've visualized beating everyone in my mind, mentally practicing days before, and I beat them by a landslide. And like,
you won the money.
I won the money. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I attribute that to my visualization because I saw myself making the throws, and there's just something that does something in your brain. Okay, I don't know. We're gonna have a neurologist on one day. We're gonna have. So I have so much vision for this podcast, and that's why our name is actually Double Vision. It
came out of nowhere. We've been brainstorming for days.
We were praying.
We would begging. Like say one person would be like, I have it, and then the other one would be like, no, it's not aligned.
But yeah, because we are twins, and maybe you're seeing double. Some people think that we're like the exact same. Others are like, I didn't even know you were related. Thought she was a boy. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was with my other haircut.
Yeah, no. But we really do both have vision for this podcast and to encourage you guys because we've been so encouraged. I've been so encouraged by people that I watch online, and I want to be that for people. So
yeah, and. It's a privilege to speak to. Thank you for clicking on this video.
Yes.
Honestly, we really appreciate you. We're doing this for others, but you're doing us a favor because it makes us feel good being seen, obviously.
It does. It feels good.
We want to put a lot of work into this, and just thank you. And leave us comments on what else you would like to see.
Yeah. We have lots of, ideas, but yeah. Again, comment below if you have any thoughts, if you have any ideas for us too, because we're in this with you guys. Like we're in it. If you have any tips, leave it for the people. But thank you again so much for watching today, and we hope you have a great
Sunday.
I was say Sunday, but hey, we're probably not
Monday, Tuesday.
We don't know when we're posting.
Friday,
this is our first
Saturday.
episode, guys. Give us grace. Okay, have a great life. Bye.